In the annals of crime, few names evoke more fear than Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, El Mencho. For years he forged the CJNG into a brutal empire, built on terror, money, and control. Headlines burned, cities trembled, power spread like wildfire. But power has a price. Every kingdom of violence carries its own judgment. Fortunes rise on the suffering of others, influence reached far beyond borders. Yet no throne on earth stands forever. What is the true cost of such a life? Power fades, but truth endures. The rise and the fall are in plain sight. What eternal truths will we learn from this story? And who, in the end, is truly king? Born into poverty in the rugged landscapes of Michoacán, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes began his journey far from the opulent world of drug lords. He was a child of humble beginnings, dropping out of primary school to work in avocado fields, eventually crossing the border illegally into the United States in the 1980s. His early life was a struggle for survival, a common thread in many stories of those drawn to the allure of quick power. But the path he chose was one of darkness. From rumored beginnings as a police officer, El Mencho quickly ascended the ranks of the criminal underworld. He was instrumental in the formation of the CJNG, a cartel that rose from the ashes of internal conflicts within the Nemesio Cartel. Unlike his predecessors, El Mencho embraced a new era of cartel warfare, utilizing advanced technology, from drones to sophisticated social media propaganda, to expand his empire and instill fear. His ruthlessness knew no bounds, and his name became synonymous with terror across Mexico.
The Jalisco New Generation Cartel under El Mencho was not just another criminal organization, it was a transnational force. A hydra-headed monster that spread its influence far beyond Mexico's borders. Their methods were brutal, their expansion rapid, and their grip on power seemingly unbreakable. They engaged in drug trafficking, extortion, kidnapping, and waged open war against rival cartels and the Mexican state. El Mencho's reign was characterized by a chilling efficiency and a willingness to employ extreme violence to achieve his objectives. He built an empire on the suffering of others, accumulating immense wealth and power, but at what cost to his soul and to the countless lives he destroyed? The world watched as his cartel defied authorities, becoming a symbol of unchecked evil. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel under El Mencho was not just another criminal organization. It was a transnational force, a hydra-headed monster that spread its influence far beyond Mexico's borders. Their methods were brutal, their expansion rapid, and their grip on power seemingly unbreakable. They engaged in drug trafficking, extortion, kidnapping, and waged open war against rival cartels and the Mexican state. El Mencho's reign was characterized by a chilling efficiency and a willingness to employ extreme violence to achieve his objectives. He built an empire on the suffering of others, accumulating immense wealth and power, but at what cost to his soul and to the countless lives he destroyed? The world watched as his cartel defied authorities, becoming a symbol of unchecked evil.
For years, El Mencho was a ghost, an elusive figure with a $15 million bounty on his head, seemingly untouchable. But on February 22, 2026, his reign of terror came to an abrupt end. Mexican special forces, with crucial intelligence support from the United States, cornered the cartel kingpin in Tapalpa, Jalisco. In the ensuing confrontation, El Mencho was killed. The news of his death sent shockwaves across Mexico, triggering immediate and widespread violence as his cartel retaliated. Roads were blocked, vehicles set ablaze, and lives were lost in the chaos that followed. His demise, while a victory for law enforcement, also left a dangerous power vacuum, raising questions about the future of the CJNG and the ongoing struggle against organized crime. His life, a testament to the pursuit of worldly power, ended not in triumph, but in a hail of bullets, a stark reminder that even the most formidable earthly kingdoms are ultimately fragile.
The story of Nemesio El Mencho Oseguera Cervantes, while a grim chapter in human history, offers profound lessons when viewed through a biblical lens. His life, dedicated to the accumulation of power and wealth through violence, serves as a powerful illustration of timeless spiritual truths. The Bible warns us, pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. El Mencho's ascent was fueled by an insatiable pride and a disregard for human life, leading inevitably to his violent end. His story echoes the fate of many who, in their pursuit of earthly dominion, forget the ultimate authority of God. Furthermore, his vast, ill-gotten wealth ultimately profited him nothing in the face of death. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. Proverbs 10:2. The fleeting gains of his criminal empire could not buy him peace, true security, or eternal life. Instead, they led to a life of constant fear and a violent demise. The chaos and suffering he inflicted upon countless individuals and communities are a chilling testament to the principle of sowing and reaping. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. Hosea 8:7. Every act of violence, every life taken, every family shattered, contributed to a whirlwind of destruction that ultimately consumed him. His end, though violent, reminds us of the ultimate justice that awaits all. As Psalm 37:35-36 describes, I have seen a wicked and ruthless man flourishing like a luxuriant native tree, but he passed away and was no more. Though I looked for him, he could not be found. Earthly power, no matter how absolute it seems, is temporary. True power, true peace, and true life are found not in domination, but in divine righteousness.
The story of El Mencho is a sobering reminder of the destructive path of sin and the ultimate futility of a life lived apart from God's will. But it is also a call to reflection for each of us. What are we building our lives upon? Are we seeking fleeting earthly power or enduring spiritual truth? At the Worship Jesus Network, we believe that true freedom and lasting peace come from a relationship with Jesus Christ. His sacrifice offers redemption from the darkest of sins, and his teachings provide a blueprint for a life of purpose, love, and eternal hope. Unlike the empires of men, his kingdom is eternal, built not on fear, but on grace. We invite you to reflect on these lessons, to seek a path of righteousness, and to find true life in the transformative power of faith. Let the stories of this world, even the darkest ones, point us to the unchanging light of God's truth.